And now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to helping you win in any marketplace. Consumer Quarterback Show. In the house, Nick Kick in studio with us, BBMC Mortgage. And we got a good lineup for you here today, all-star lineup. We're going to talk about the top 10 most expensive homes in all of sports. We're talking about owners, top athletes. Really cool lineup for you today. And we have our feel-good story of the week coming up as well. Senior wins homecoming queen and puts on a helmet and then also wins a football game. So that's a pretty cool story coming at you. But we're here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Our goals are to educate, entertain, enlighten, and we're always going to help you win no matter what you're facing out there.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is
save our hotline number in your phone because at some point you're going to need our hotline number, 813-670-7372.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
And give us a call at 813-670-7372. You can also text that number as well. That's a text line as well. ConsumerQB.com. That's your number one resource for all things related to the show. ConsumerQB.com. Just hit us up on the website, and we're going to make sure we get back to you before our head hits the pillow. A lot of links there. You're going to see links to all of our expert contributors, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region that we've assembled, we vetted to bring you the best information to help you make all of those daily decisions and, help you with your lifestyle. You're going through life, you're getting bombarded with all of these negative news networks out there, and our show is different. We're that consumer advocate that's going to help you win. Also, Louise Harris in studio as well, Last Research and Editing. Welcome in, Louise.
Hi, Brandon. Sorry I'm late.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, it happens. So Nick Kick in the house, too. BBMC Mortgage. Welcome in, Kick.
Thank you very much, Brendan. How you doing today?
Excellent, sir. So Nick is our expert contributor in the mortgage space, helping people understand more about the buying decisions related to, everything from pre-qualifications. You got all the different programs out there, loan types. You've got down payment assistance programs. We're going to talk about home warranties today. What does that mean? But, a lot of good stuff coming up for you here.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely. All right, now I want to give a shout-out to our resort partner, our hotel partner over on the beach, Treasure Island. Man, it's such a great place to go visit. It's the Bilmar Beach Resort right on the beach in Treasure Island, right on Gulf Boulevard. It's filled with fantastic and generous amenities to make your vacation feel that much more special. The Bilmar Beach Resort has been one of the most sought-after destinations in the area, and it's for a quick business trip. Maybe you're hosting a business outing or a wedding or just a family staycation. A great place to go visit, Bilmar Beach Resort. Let them know that the real estate quarterback sent you. You heard on the Consumer Quarterback Show they're talking about it, and they're going to hook you up with some special amenities. You've got some really cool stuff that you can do on the beach, the pool. You got Sloppy Joe's restaurant right next door. Really good food. We heard from Clyde, the GM, on our show just a week or two ago. But awesome stuff. I want to thank Ian Beckles as well for filling in as guest host in my absence. I was actually down at the Tampa Club downtown Tampa. We're launching a nationally televised TV show and a show that's going to be based right here in Tampa Bay for the local area experts. I was selected as one of the power players on that panel of top realtors and power player in the market. So real excited about that. Going to be on a major network, NBC, ABC, Saturday morning or Sunday morning in that time space. So real excited about that. A lot of cool things happening around the show, and let's jump right into it. So we've got Nick Kick in the house. We bring in these expert contributors, these folks that are in, they're in the trenches every day, making deals happen, working with buyers, helping them qualify for what in most cases is their number one asset. So it's a big decision when you look at, who are you going to trust that process to? And I highly recommend Nick Kick here, BBMC Mortgage. So Nick, what are you seeing out there, man?
Right now, we are seeing a very, very big uptick in purchases. Everybody is, going after their American dream and purchasing the homes. The people that are waiting and hemming and hawing are going to miss the boat if they don't jump on it soon. You have property values going up, which you can attest to. Yeah. I can attest to interest rates going up as well. So the longer you wait, you might price yourself out of buying a home. So it never hurts. It's free to get pre-qualified. give me a call. We'll see exactly what you can qualify for. This way your realtor knows what area to look into. And something else that I am offering, I can actually get you pre-approved and not just pre-qualified. And by that, basically, I will go ahead and get your full application done. I'll gather your documentation, which we'll go over here in a few minutes. I'd like to kind of just give an idea to our viewers and listeners on the items that are typically needed for purchases. But they can get all that information to me right away, and I can get them a pre-approval. So this way, if your realtor is going in and, giving their offer on a property and you're competing with somebody else, if you're competing with somebody that's just pre-qualified, that means those agents and those lenders have not seen your documentation. So they're going off your word. Yeah. Well, I'll gather your documentation, put you through underwriting, get you income, asset, credit approved, and when your realtor brings that pre-approval in, 9 times out of 10, that listing agent is going to take you over the person with just a pre-qualification.
Yeah,
so
it makes sense.
It's a very, very strong thing to do.
It makes sense. It's a big deal because those people, a lot of times the folks out there that are on the phone, they're telling the loan officer over the phone, or it could be one of these .com gimmicks, and they're saying, oh yeah, I make this amount. They're going in their mind, because I think it's an ego thing, it's a pride thing, right? We tell our friends, or we might tell our spouse or family members, yeah, I made 110 this year or 180, but really, what's your net?
Exactly.
Your gross is different than your net, right?
Exactly, and that's the big thing too with self-employed borrowers. They can make $1 million a year, but they're smart with their books. They're able to write off a lot of deductions. So on paper, they can make $1 million a year, but they might only show $100,000 a year on paper.
Big difference.
It is a very big difference, and I don't fault them for that. That's a very smart businessman. You have a smart and savvy CPA to help you with that. But when it comes to buying a home, it can put you in a bad position. But the good thing is I do have products that I don't have to show all that money made on paper. I can take deposits on bank statements and develop your income. If you're an investor, I can go off of what the cash flow is going to be on the investment property for your income. So you're not necessarily shot in the foot if you don't show that income on paper.
Here's something to mention there, too. You mentioned CPA. Jake Alexander Financial, he's who we use. He's actually an enrolled agent with the IRS. That means he can go into all 50 states. Somewhat, in my mind, it's a step above a CPA, but, I'm not the expert in that field. But when it comes to CPA, though, here's a good point, though. Let's say somebody's been writing their books, very, very aggressively writing stuff off, right? But then all of a sudden they have their dream home. They want to buy this home. There's a way, and again, outside of my particular area of practice, but I've heard it being done where you can go to your CPA, or Jake Alexander would love to talk to you at Alexander Financial, but you can go to them and say, hey, I want to refile these last 2 years, so that way we can amend those and maybe take out some of that fluff, and then you're actually showing the number, so you can work it backwards, right?
You can actually work it backward, yes. The only thing with that is you have to make sure that you do that before you start the mortgage process.
Right.
Because then it can turn into a legal matter, because it'll look like I was coaching you, hey, you need to show this amount of income, so go redo your tax returns. That is not, it's towing the gray line of, legal or not. So I want to make sure that you get that handled ahead of time. I don't want to try to push you into, it'll kind of fall back in the day with the no income, no asset loans, where you just say, okay, I make 100,000 and we believe you.
That's right.
We don't want to get back into that. We don't want to put ourselves back into a crisis mode. So definitely give me a call. There is other products. You don't necessarily have to amend your tax returns in all aspects. We do have the non-QM products, which we've talked about in the previous weeks, where we can do the bank statement loans. We can do the CPA letter, profit and loss statements, those types of things to get you qualified to where you're not amending your tax returns and all of a sudden having to come up to pay those, because you're going to end up probably owing taxes then. So on top of amending your returns to show more income, now you're going to have to come up with $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 to pay off the IRS because you amended your returns. So it can get costly. So instead of doing that ahead of time, talk to me first. Let's see what we can get done.
Come up with the game plan. We always talk about, by the way, if you just joined us, I'm your host, Brandon Rhymes. We're talking with Nick Kick. He's a local mortgage expert here. BBMC Mortgage is his company. And so we're talking about the processes, the strategies to help you win when it comes to this really low inventory market that we're seeing. It's such a lack of inventory out there, where if you can come in with what he's calling his pre-approval, it's just as good as having cash, because you can can close in a couple, 2 or 3 weeks.
Typically, I can close as quick as a cash purchase can.
Yep.
If I have you completely pre-approved, the only thing I'm going to need for your final approval is the title and appraisal. I can get an appraisal done in less than a week. Title, if they can work as quickly as we need, I can have you quick as 7 to 10 days after you write contract. That's going to be just as quick, if not quicker, than a cash purchase.
Nice.
So definitely, it's worth seeing if we can get you pre-approved, and this way you know exactly what you qualify for.
Yes.
The only tangibles that will kind of come into play are: is it in a flood zone or not? Is there HOA dues? Is there CDD fees and those types of things? That's the only thing that can really mess up the pre-approval. But one thing I do is overestimate your taxes, overestimate what an HOA do, and also overestimate what the insurance can be. So I'm always going to qualify you in the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So the numbers can only get better. So if you're preparing for the worst and the numbers are better, it comes back down to the under promise and over deliver. I much prefer that. If I can get you prepared for the worst case scenario and everything gets better, you're happy, your realtor's happy, I'm happy. You get a new home for less than you thought.
It's a win-win situation.
Yes,
everybody's happy. And, when you think about the effects of that, it's the title company, it's the mortgage, it's the buyer, the seller, the Home Depots, the Lowe's, so many people are impacted by a real estate transaction. It was such a driver in our economy. That's why we're proud to really be, helping you in these areas. So stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Find out what Mark Cuban's home's worth, and he's only number 10 on this list. We're doing the top 10 most expensive homes in sports right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks for listening to my daddy's show. For more information, go to consumerqb.com.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of Platinum MVP Realty, top listing agent here in Tampa Bay. I'm in the top 1% of all agents nationwide now. Really exclusive group that I just got selected into. Real excited about that. Growing our team. Got a great team of agents that can help you on the buying side of real estate. Literally 8 or 9 agents now on our team in all different areas of the market. Really local area experts. I mean, they're out there reviewing inventory, previewing inventory, helping buyers with their search. I'm on the listing side, helping sellers maximize the profits on the sale of their real estate properties by featuring them on our show. And here's an example of a beautiful beach property that we have, 1370 Gulf Boulevard, unit number 401, Clearwater Beach. This is the Bella Rosa condo, 3 bedrooms, 3 bath. It's a $1.175 million listing of mine. Beautiful condo here, 2,200 square feet, end unit, corner, right on the beach. Beautiful property, tennis courts, pool. Check out the excellent photography online by Fabre Frameworks. Fabre Frameworks does a great job with our real estate photography, the drone videos. Fabre Frameworks, you can see all of that at PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Also, a second property here, 215 12th Avenue Northeast in St. Petersburg. This is 4 bedrooms, 5 baths, just dropped the price $100,000 down to $1.299 million. Looking for my $1 million buyers out there. These are beautiful properties. Old Northeast section of St. Petersburg, just north of downtown. Beautiful property, and it is available for you to view. Just reach out at PlatinumMVPRealty.com. A couple of hot listings here in beautiful Tampa Bay. Coming up, we have the top 10 most expensive homes in all of sports. These are we're talking about owners of organizations, NFL teams, soccer teams, and so we got a really cool lineup for you here. And we also have our feel good story of the week coming up as well. It's a senior wins homecoming queen, then puts on a helmet and wins a football game. So pretty cool story, interesting story. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Pretty neat, right? All right, so we're here in the studio. We got Louise Harris in the house. We also have Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage. So I want to go back to Nick here. So we were kind of in a flow there. We had mentioned earlier that we want to talk about home warranties.
Right.
Tell the listeners out there, what a home warranty can offer them, why it might be important for them.
I mean, a lot of the time the home warranty is going to back up your insurance claims as well, so you don't have to necessarily do your insurance claim. It's going to make sure when you purchase the home, you're going to have a home inspector go out there and look over and sign over everything to make sure that you're buying a good home. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to break down the day after closing or not.
You never know, right?
It does protect you from that coming out of pocket. When you're making a large purchase on your brand new home, a lot of the time you're going to deplete a lot of your cash savings and 401ks or different things like that. So a large expense on your brand new home that you just purchased you're not going to be prepared for it because you're not going to think it's going to happen to you. So the warranty helps protect you from that. It's definitely good to look into. Always ask your realtor. Most realtors are going to have a company that they like to use or that they can refer you to. Definitely shop around. I would highly suggest that you do that at closing, though, because stranger things happen. Right now we're in hurricane season. You never know what can happen from that.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple weeks ago we had that tropical storm just pop up out of nowhere. So you always want to prepare for the worst. And that way you're ready for it, so you don't have surprises.
Yeah, I like the home warranty. I kind of liken it to, almost like its own insurance policy on your major appliances, your heating, cooling, mechanical, those systems on the building or the structure, rather, the single family home. So a home warranty is a good idea, and there are companies out there that that price them to where it's very affordable. So it kind of gives you that peace of mind, especially if the HVAC unit's 8 to 12 years old. At some point it's gonna go. So there's some nice protections in there for the buyers. Now,
it's one of those things too that if you don't purchase it, you wish you would have, and then if you do purchase it, you're probably not going to need it. But it's that peace of mind, like you said.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term, you're if you do or if you don't. I'll leave out the word.
Yeah, it happens. And so the home warranty. Have you seen many multiple offer situations out there as you're talking to I know you work with lots of realtors out there. A lot of realtors listen to this show. By the way, Nick Kick's one of the best. He's got a great team, keeps you up to date on files in the system. But have you noticed any of your buyers I put an offer in, I lost another one?
Yes.
I put an offer in, lost it.
It's happened quite a bit, and that's why we did start doing those pre-approvals, because it's going to make your offer stronger.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're going to get denied. You're not going to always offer what they want right away, and you know this well. So you always want to start low because you want to try to get the best deal for yourself.
Yeah.
But if you go in low with the pre-approval from you instead of a pre-qualification, you're going to stand out from the rest to where maybe you won't keep getting denied and your offers won't get rejected. So definitely take the time. Give me 20 minutes of your day. We'll go through the application. I'll gather some documentation from you, which I'd like to go over later in the show, so you're prepared and kind of let you know what's expected in the mortgage process with documentation wise. There's a lot of misconceptions on buyers are always like, well, I already sent that. I already sent that. You know, chances are you sent it, yes, but you keep sending the same thing and there needs to be different things on it or in a different format. So we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. So this way, you know, our new home buyers or even the veteran buyers that haven't purchased in a couple of years, a lot of things have changed. Just want to give you an idea on what to expect when you're buying.
Yeah, and the other side of that on the multiple offers is it's important to have a good agent who's going to research the comparables in the area. Just like a listing agent is going to research the comps, the comparables, they're going to find out what the value should be, dollar per square foot for certain types of homes. And of course, you take off if there's a corner lot or you add, addition, if there's a pool. Now, when it gets into a competitive bidding situation, that's where it's really you want to lean on your realtor to find out, what is the best possible scenario in terms of, offer amount. Because if you're not offering the right amount, and then you also, you want to differentiate. Can you ask the listing agent, hey, can I send you a video of the buyers saying what they love about the home? Create some emotion in there. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you see it in a typed out letter, but if you can send a video to that family and they watch it and you got your kids in the video and we really love this house, we're offering you, full list price on your home. I mean, it gets competitive out there.
I never heard of that. Now, the one thing I did read in the news is sellers have been videotaping their properties when they are going in for viewings.
Sure. So
this way they can hear what the potential buyers are talking about, so they know what needs to be fixed or not be fixed, or what should be moved or not moved to entice them to purchase. I've read that about a month or two ago.
I heard that.
That was pretty interesting to hear.
There was actually a suit that happened also. It was involving a real estate firm. Where they had a security system, but they didn't tell the buyers that the cameras were live during that, and they could hear them. I guess they had to disclose that. You have to disclose that. So the issue was, they were talking about what they were going to offer, what they thought, and they were kind of getting in the mind of the opposite party.
Right.
So it caused a little, ruckus there. I can't remember the details. I think, somebody may have got sued. Somebody's E&O may have got hit.
I mean, it's smart. It's just, it does seem a little shady.
It is, yeah.
I don't blame them. We're always looking for a leg up in everything we do in our life. So
Well, you have to have permission to videotape anyone. That's the law.
Yeah.
So if they didn't have permission to videotape them, that's where the lawsuit came from.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's different if it's in your own personal home. It's my primary residence. It's where I live. Who knows? But so that's some. Maybe we talk we'll get Richard Alexander, one of our legal analysts, or maybe Jason Cobalt. We'll have to ask him that question next time. One of our attorneys on the show, and find out. Brandon Grimes here. We're talking with Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage here in Tampa Bay, helping buyers out there get pre-qualified, maybe even refinance. Is the refinance market just somewhat slow now, Nick?
Yeah, it's pretty obsolete right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people were able to make their purchases or refinance back, even last year when the rates were still in the 3s and 4s. So right now, that with the rates creeping up, it's not going to be a really good thing for them to refinance unless they have a bunch of equity in the home and they want to make other large purchases or pay off a bunch of debt. It would be good for them then. But other than that, just to do like a rate and term refinance, most people aren't going to be able to get a better rate right now.
Yeah.
So it's not really going to be good for them unless, like I said, they do need money for some things or emergencies or things like that, or purchase an investment property and start their portfolio, as we've talked about the past. It's a great time right now to get into a market and get into a home. Start building up your property, start building up your portfolio. So this way you can have some income-driven properties to assist you when you want to retire. It might even be able to help you retire early because who knows, you could become the next Donald Trump in the real estate market. You never know.
Yeah.
This is the time to get in right now where rates are still bearable and property values are still low, but they're creeping up every day.
Yeah, there's some great opportunities out there when you look at investments. You look at the ability to buy as an owner-occupied, under that owner-occupied umbrella. This isn't even talking about investor loans. Under that owner-occupied investor or scenario, you can buy up to a 4-unit property. So you buy a quad, which is 4 units. You live in 1 unit and you rent the others out. That property, there's almost no way that it cannot pay for itself.
Exactly.
Right?
And it's a beautiful thing. I enjoy working on those properties because you can see the person's excitement about that they're going to be able to live in their home and rent out portions of it basically and have additional income come in to where they're not even paying a mortgage payment. Their renters are paying their mortgage payment, taxes, insurance, and everything else. So what can you do with that free money right there? You're living for free. What can you do with that extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a month? The possibilities are endless. You can get that new car you want.
The only downside is you might have to evict one of your neighbors.
Population.
And then you got a problem. Yeah. But yeah. So, hey, but in all seriousness, to be able to buy an asset, and we work with Scott Maurer here through on the show. Scott Maurer, Advanta IRA. You can buy these assets through an IRA and never have to initially, not never, but at some point you're going to have to realize the income. But on the front side of this transaction, you're not going to pay taxes on that money as long as it's in your self-directed IRA. A lot of ways that we can help you here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We've got a lot of expert contributors, the finest folks in all of Tampa Bay and the Gulf Coast region that we've assembled, we've vetted. ConsumerQB.com. Follow us on social, at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Instagram and Twitter, and Consumer Quarterback Show on Facebook. And stay with us when we come back. 10 most expensive homes in sports. Mark Cuban's number 10. We'll tell you who's number 1 after this. Stay with us.
Hey, I'm Ken Shamrock, and you're here with Consumer Quarterback Show. And I say, Brandon Rhymes, knock out your competition.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Trisha up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-670-7372.
Welcome back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, giving a shout out to WholeBodyFuel.com. WholeBodyFuel.com. Protein, donuts. They've got excellent food. Meal delivery service. Chef Brian Adamo and his team do a great job. I mean, this food is absolutely delicious. It's delivered to your home or office, and it eliminates the need to do dishes. So what else are you asking for here? WholeBodyFuel.com. Convenient, healthy delivered meals to your home or office. Chef prepared, organic food. And these guys are friends of the program. WholeBodyFuel.com. Reach out to them, Brian, Kevin. Let them know the Real Estate Quarterback sent you. Let them know you're a fan of the Consumer Quarterback Show. Take them up on extra offers and incentives that we are going to afford here through just the show connection that we have. So protein donuts are amazing as well. So excellent food. WholeBodyFuel.com, official meal delivery service of the Consumer Quarterback Show. A couple of hot listings here. Brandon Rhymes, as you know, I'm a top agent here in Tampa Bay and owner of Platinum MVP Realty. We are looking for a few buyer agents right now to our team. We're recruiting agents, aggressively looking for growth in our team. And we've got a lot of leads coming in, different lead sources, generating tons of leads through our internet marketing strategies on everything from offline and online marketing. Lots of things are working for us right now, so we're really blessed and real happy to see a lot of these effects that we have. Got a hot listing here, 103 South Havana Avenue in Tampa. This is in the South Tampa, close to downtown. 5 bedrooms, 3 bath. 2,500 square feet, $545,000, just reduced. Beautiful property here. Now, speaking about rental properties and opportunities to make money in real estate, this is a hot Airbnb property for the owner right now. He's making something around $40,000 in passive income a year on this property. 103 South Havana Avenue, South Tampa. And taking you over to Pinellas County here, we got 12091 145th Street in Largo. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath property. It is a gorgeous home. It's really nice on the inside. The owner actually added square footage. It's close to Indian Rocks Beach. There's a marina. You got Krabby Bill's right there, a nature's park. Just reduced down to $290,000. Gorgeous property. Close to the beach. Right over the bridge is the beach. And the best part is there's no flood insurance, no flood zone here. Beautiful property in Tampa Bay.
It actually looks like it has a yard.
It does. Yeah.
It has a backyard.
Nice yard,
you don't see that often.
Yeah. A little backyard, throw a pool back there if you want. Yeah, that's Nick Kick weighing in there. BBMC Mortgage, our mortgage partner here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. We got Louise Harris in the house as well. Last research and editing. Coming up, we're going to talk about the top 10 most expensive homes in sports. And Mark Cuban's number 10 on it, Dallas Palace. We'll tell you about that one. And let's jump into it. We got Louise Harris here in studio. So Louise she does a lot of things. She's ghostwriting. She's writing press releases for business owners, helping out with a lot of those different activities.
Yes, and I'm really happy to be here. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the timing of a press release and the frequency of press release, and also the ghostwriting, because I'm starting a new venture with my ghostwriting. I have noticed that a lot of the ghostwriters will charge $10,000 or $15,000 to have someone write a book. So I have this idea that if I can do a book for $500, and then we would work it out that they would have less risk and on the sales of the book, and then I would be able to help them become an expert in their industry, help them get credibility, and help them get something marketable.
Wow, that's very affordable. $500, yes. You'll help them ghostwrite the whole book?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, I mean, they'd have to come to me because there's more to it, but that's, yeah. For $500, I can help them write a book.
Yeah. That's a win right there. If it's somebody that's in that position where, and I really, I wrote my first book. I think it was like almost 5 years ago now, and then we've had a second book come out. And I tell you, when you bring that book out into a listing presentation or whatever business you're in, it's just instantly separating you from a 99% of the competitors.
That is right, because again, it's showing you as an expert. It's giving you credibility that you are an expert.
Right.
And it's a way to capture names for an email list, or a way to market yourself in other businesses like you do with your radio show. You have your Become an MVP book, and you use that to promote your radio show.
That's right.
And most people think books are just one thing, but they really can do a whole lot for a business.
Yeah.
And a lot of business owners should have a book and use it in different ways.
Yeah, and that's an important, strong point, because the book itself should become a thing. I mean, it should be a Facebook page. It should have its own identity.
Right.
I mean, there's so much you can do, and I think that's why some of my books, I haven't sold as many. I didn't release.
Do you have
book.
an author page on Amazon?
I believe so. Yeah, it's on the book's on Amazon. But
that's something that a lot of authors don't think about. To have Amazon gives you a free author page.
I'll have to look into that.
And it lists all of your books that you've written and contributed to on this author page, and you can put blogs on there, you can put your events on there, and it's all free through Amazon. So why not take advantage of that free advertising?
One more place to rank, help your SEO. But yeah, some people write the book with the intent to make money, to sell it, to get copies, to make X amount of dollars. I wrote my book with a different intention. But yeah, you're right. It's Louise Harris can help you with that. Helping business owners with press releases. That's something we've talked about. The perfect example is how some of these realtors, and I've saw another couple of realtors doing it, where they'll write an article about how the owner will accept cryptocurrency to buy the home, and then I think one of my friends who was on the show, she's a realtor on the East Coast, Samantha DiBianchi, she was on like a major news network, Fox or NBC, talking about cryptocurrency and how people can do that. Right,
because it's something that not everybody is doing, so it's unique, and especially if that other is the first in her area to do it. In your case, you were second, so that took a little newsworthiness away from it.
Yep.
But it was still the fact that it's a new thing that people aren't considering.
Yeah.
And especially since Tampa market is very big on international buyers, who are using Bitcoins internationally.
Yeah.
So it makes it very attractive.
That space really is growing. It's interesting to see, and one of our friends, Jason Solomon, is going to be coming on the show talking more about that. He's really entrenched, and he can answer every question about, people have so many questions when it comes to what is cryptocurrency, how does it not get hacked, all those different questions. Jason's, he's really good with that, so he's going to be coming on the show talking about that. He's our expert contributor in that space. But we're talking with Louise Harris, last research and editing. What else you been up to?
Well, that brings up I have this regular column that I'm writing for public relations people about what journalists can expect from press releases. And my recent column was about frequency. So I was writing about things about how to use your time wisely. So, for example, if you want to get into a magazine, and you have a Christmas event coming, you want to do it now. You want to send the press release now, because they work 3 months ahead.
That's right.
But dailies, you could send them a week ahead, and you'd be okay. Or and TV and dailies pretty much work the same. That they're about a week ahead, because they have to plan their editorial meetings and what they're going to fill the news hole with. But you have trade magazines are usually about a month ahead. But when you have an event, it's generally best to do it 2 weeks before the event, because that's the sweet spot that they can figure out whether they have the time to fit in that event, and it's not too far in advance that they'll forget about it. So you want to do about 2 weeks ahead, and then you want to keep reminding them 1 week ahead. You want to remind the editors that your event's coming up, but you also want to use social media and have an event page and post to that event page regularly, because journalists are looking at social media. They are reading other people's social media, and they are following it, and they are getting story ideas from it.
Right. Yeah, it's a big part of it. Big part of your mix. I think a lot of times it comes into a marketing mix nowadays. Because there's still some traditional stuff, especially for certain businesses, like a niche magazine, for example, Homes and Land magazine. But generally people say, oh, magazines, print's dead. Who's reading the paper? Who's reading the magazine?
I hear that a lot too.
Right.
But print is not dead. It's just changed.
Yeah.
For example, a lot of when you put an ad in the Tampa Bay Times, you are getting the ad in their paper edition, but you're also getting it on their online.
Online, yep.
Their radio, their podcasts, and if they have a TV or in their organization, you get the ad there too. So you're getting like 6 places for one ad.
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, my point is that it's a mix. You do your internet marketing, you do your social, your podcast, you do your bus bench seats if you're into that, billboards. Some of these different areas. But when we come back, we're going to go back to we're going to talk with Louise here. We have our feel good story of the week coming up too. It's a good one. High school senior wins homecoming queen, then puts on a helmet and wins the football game. And we also have our top 10 most expensive homes in sports. Stay with us right here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
All right, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP Realty, helping you win in any marketplace. That is our goal. A couple of hot listings here. Just did a price reduction on this one, 3911 West Euclid Avenue in Tampa. 4 bedrooms, 3 full bath, 2 half bath. We just reduced this one down to $832,000. Owners motivated, beautiful property, custom built home, and I actually know the builder of this home personally. Great guy, great team. 4,000 plus square foot, too many upgrades to list. 3911 West Euclid Avenue in Tampa, and we have 5506 Dallas Way in Valrico. River Hills Country Club, gated community, 4 bedrooms, 3 bath, $545,000, over 3,500 square foot heated, beautiful home, corner lot, pool home, contractor built this home. One owner that's lived in it is the contractor who built it. $545,000. Beautiful properties. Check out our website, PlatinumMVPRealty.com. Platinum mvprealty.com. You'll find some really awesome listings there. All of the real estate photography compliments of Fabre Frameworks. They do a great job for us. Fabre Frameworks for all of your real estate needs, real estate photography needs, that is. And in studio, we got Nick Kick, BBMC mortgage expert, partner, contributor here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Louise Harris, last research and editing as well, helping you ghostwrite your books, press releases, and marketing as well. And every day we're going to tell you something positive here in our Tell Me Something Good segment.
Tell me something good.
All right, so we've got a high school senior wins homecoming queen, then puts on a helmet and wins a football game. So senior in Ocean Springs, Mississippi's crowned homecoming queen. 3 hours later, she kicked the game-winning point in overtime for the school's football team win. Kaylee Foster was crowned 2018 Ocean Springs High School homecoming queen during the pregame festivities. And then once the congratulations and photos were complete, she returned to the field house, changed her football uniform, joined the teammates on the sideline for the Greyhounds homecoming football game against George County. Foster ended up kicking 2 field goals in a game that ended in regulation tied 6-6. And in overtime, she kicked the winning extra point as Oceanside beat the Rebels 13-12. She's quoted as saying, "I really don't have any words," after the game, staying on the field, and her football uniform topped with her Queen's tiara. So a pretty cool story. I'd like to check the whole country and see if it's ever happened before. Ross said of the school's homecoming queen winning the football game. It certainly makes for a memorable weekend and a good story for our radio show as well, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You always like to see those.
Pretty cool, right? I mean, the whole thing too, when you have women in sports, of course, when they get into a male sport, it gets a little bit, I had to wrestle a girl. I'll put it this way. I had to wrestle a girl in high school. And it was a total lose-lose situation for me. I mean, you know what I mean? I'm wrestling a girl here. So I just went out and just pinned her pretty quick. I just got it over, I think it was like a minute. But yeah, it's, some of those, but a kicker, I can see that. Okay. Hey, you're good at kicking.
It's becoming more common to have girls in high school doing the kicking.
Yeah. Hey, if they got a good leg. I think that's the
only position that they're really doing, though, is kicker.
I hope so. I mean, that's a dangerous sport if they're not.
Something on ESPN where there was a girl quarterback playing high school sports right now, and she was actually doing pretty good.
Huh.
I don't know if it was middle school or high school, though.
Probably lower level.
Yeah, it was probably.
Another position I could see would be a long snapper. Because you got to have some skills just to snap, and if you can do that skill set. And I'll never forget Coach Levitt on the USF team, he mentioned that. And when I realized that our long snapper, his name's Ryan Benjamin, he got a Super Bowl ring with the Bucs.
Oh, wow.
Just by learning how to long snap, because it's such a skilled position. You got to be able to do it. You don't have to be the biggest. Yeah. You don't have to be the biggest, strongest, fastest. You just have to snap that ball between your legs on time, on point. The kicker can kick it. The Grammatica kicks it, and then boom, game winner. So,
right.
But
you can either be the goat or the scapegoat.
That's right. Yeah. Okay, top 10 most expensive homes in sports. This is pretty cool. Our executive producers teed this up, so we're going to have some really cool pictures for you. If you're watching our TV show, you got to check it out. WeBeam TV, 10 a.m. daily, and then also our website, consumerqb.com, streams the show as well. So you got to check this out, and of course you can catch it on our YouTube channel. Brandon Rhymes, you just search Brandon Rhymes on YouTube. Mark Cuban's Dallas Palace. Estimated value $17.2 million. Cuban lives in a monster that easily rivals fellow Dallas team owner Jerry Jones. So they've got some beautiful properties over there. We got 10 to go through. So number 9 is Ivan Lendl's expansive Connecticut properties. A tennis coach, retired player. His estimated value of the property is $19.8 million. And he was a tennis champion back in the day. 450-acre estate, custom-built staircase, gymnasium, all kinds of cool stuff in there. Number 8 on the list is John Henry's Boston Beauty. Now, this is the Red Sox and Liverpool Football Club owner. Estimated value of the property is $21.3 million. And codenamed Samara House, Henry's 33-room mega mansion outside of Boston sits on a previously owned by notorious Frank McCourt, owner of the Dodgers. All right, cool. Moving on down the list, number 6, you got a tie at number 6. Randy Johnson's Mountainside Mansion. Retired San Francisco Giants pitcher Randy Johnson, estimated at $25 million. Beautiful property there. The big unit, vast 25,000 square foot mansion at the base of Mummy Mountain, Paradise Valley, Arizona, is up for grabs. It's on the market. $25 million, 7 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, and a separate guest house with a custom gym. Beautiful property. Lots of luxuries at this beautiful property there. All right, the tie goes to number 6 here is Greg Norman's exclusive sports club Paradise. He's a retired golfer. Greg Norman, known as the Shark, listed his Boca Raton home for a cool $25 million in 2013, according to The Real Deal. It's still on the market at the same unwavering price. So what is that, 5 years down the road here? He's still on the market? I wonder if that real estate agent got fired.
Or how many he's gone through already.
How many he's gone through. Put him on a 6-month listing, big there.
Definitely shouldn't be a FISBO, I don't think.
Yeah. Hey, so pretty cool. All right, moving on down, we got 5. Number 5 coming in is Paul Allen's modern Silicon Valley mansion. Seattle's as the owner of the Seattle Seahawks, Portland Trail Blazers as well. He's a Microsoft guy. Money is hardly an issue for billionaire Paul Allen, but even so, if he landed a deal on his Silicon Valley estate paying only $27 million off a 3.1 asking price, just one of Allen's many properties. He owns homes in Seattle, Hawaii, New York, to name a few. The 22 square foot Atheron Manor sits across 2 acres, whopping 7 fireplaces, vaulted ceilings throughout. Other amenities include a movie theater, fire pit, and guest house. You got to have a movie theater nowadays, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're
how do you live without it?
Yeah, right. Tiger Woods, Jupiter Island Golf Paradise, coming in at number 4. Of course, Tiger is a golfer, if you don't know that. $45.5 million is the estimated value. Woods moved into his Florida mansion in 2011 following this divorce, and the house itself, while impressive, with huge ocean view windows, wine cellar, a lot more for Woods to enjoy. It also comes with equipment, many property-side luxuries like running track, 3.5 acre backyard golf course. That way he can practice, I guess, in the off season, right? So after day,
deduction.
Yeah.
Or so he can keep his golf clubs away from the house, so the wife can't
keep the golf clubs away from the house. That's right. 100-foot lap pool, 60-foot diving pool. Features combination tennis basketball court in case he'd rather unwind by shooting a few hoops. All right, coming in at number 3 on our top 10 list of most expensive sports homes, David Beckham, West London Digs, retired soccer player, $57.1 million. In October of 2013, David and Victoria Beckham sold their 12-acre estate, €12 million, snatched it up a new one called Buckingham Palace, and that's reportedly... so they say they largely unaltered for the last 150 years, more than 9,000 square feet, 7 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, and a panic room. Victoria Beckham was in charge of redecorating and said she had recruit talent from a friend designer to help make it happen. Tom Hicks, number 2. Tom Hicks, Dallas estate, former Texas Rangers and Liverpool Football Club owner. Estimated value is $100 million. Tom Hicks, beautiful property here. Lavish Dallas residence known as Hicks Estate is up for sale, a lofty $100 million, and that's a significant step down from its original $135 million listing in 2013, and it remains the most expensive home in Dallas. And coming in at number 1, drum roll please, we got Stanley Kronik's massive Midwestern property, Denver Nuggets. This gentleman owns the Denver Nuggets, Colorado Avalanche, St. Louis Rams, and Arsenal FC owner. Estimated value $132.5, and in November he bought it. In November 2012, he bought it for... It's 124 acres, Broken O Ranch in Montana, for a staggering $132.5 million, which dates back to the 1800s.
Is there a house, or is it just the land?
Yeah, it's got to have a house on it. I think they're just showing the vast land there. But it's a 540-acre Q Creek Ranch. He also bought some other properties there. 8th largest landowner in the country, with a total of 864 acres under his belt buckle.
864,000.
64,000 acres under his belt buckle. So that was A lot of information real fast there, but hey, great stuff today. I want to thank Nick Kick, BBMC Mortgage, for coming in, helping people get their pre-approvals in place. Maybe there's a refinance out there somewhere needing to happen, but he's definitely our go-to guy when it comes to that. Louise Harris, Last Research and Editing as well, helping folks ghostwrite their books, press releases, and much more in that area as well. So reach out to our expert contributors. Again, follow us online. We would love to have you reach out to us. We'll follow you back as well. Instagram at Brandon Rhymes 1, at Brandon Rhymes 1 on Twitter. We got our Facebook page for the Consumer Quarterback Show. You can check us out on YouTube. A lot of great content on YouTube as well. We've had NFL legends, UFC Hall of Famers on the show. A lot of great content on our channels, and we want to thank you for listening and tuning in to our show. We really appreciate that, and we want you to please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. Something as simple as packing up some leftover food or clothing, handing it to that person that you see in need. Be a force for good in the community. Do something kind for one another, and go out there and volunteer. Do something kind, and continue to tune into our show, Consumer Quarterback Show, right here. 5 o'clock drive time, 1380 The Biz, weekends on 102.5 The Bone and WeBeam TV. We'll see you next time right here, Consumer Quarterback Show, ConsumerQB.com.
You've been listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Contact Brandon Rhymes at 813-670-7372. That's 813-670-7372. Online at ConsumerQB.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show, weekday afternoons at 5 on AM 1380. The Biz.
Are you a real estate agent looking to take your business to the next level and supercharge your marketing? Hi, I'm Brandon Rhymes, owner of Platinum MVP Realty and host of the Real Estate Quarterback Show, syndicated radio and TV show talk program on iHeartRadio, 102.5 The Bone, daily 5 o'clock drive time on 1380 The Biz, and our TV show is on WeBeam TV. We're looking for real estate agents that want to join our team and supercharge their marketing utilizing some of our innovative strategies. We utilize the Real Geeks platform, Facebook marketing, internet marketing, and a lot of the traditional methods as well. Postcard mailers mailed for you, postage, signage, business cards, all paid for by the company. Aggressive real estate splits and ways to help you win in any marketplace. We need you to go out, take applications, and work our plethora of leads that we're generating on a daily basis. Reach out by clicking the form below, and we'd love to have a confidential interview with you.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.